Warframe viewers, today we are making a quick tier list based on what everybody in the comments said on the last tier list. This will be the ultimate viewers tier list, taking into account the strengths of every single Warframe. So, without further ado, let's begin. Here's my Ember heirloom, and she looks really cool. Okay, so, first and foremost, we have everyone alphabetically listed. Okay, we don't have to do it alphabetically, but we'll do it starting off with Ash. Ash is an invisible Warframe. He's a ninja. He throws kunai, or you know, whatever you feel like calling it. He's awesome, okay? And you can kill everyone with him, right? You can just kill everyone. So obviously, Ash naturally goes in S tier. Next up is Atlas, okay? If we want to take a little look-sees at some of the frames, see what my frame skins are. Not bad, not bad. We have your boy Atlas right there. He is a rock. He can punch people very hard, and he is a god. So of course, you can freeze and one-shot everyone with punches. So of course, he goes S tier. Next up is Banshee. Banshee is a sonar frame. Armor shreds, increases damage, I think. That's clearly an S tier Warframe. She can kill everyone in the game, okay? Baruch himself. Baruch right there. This is Baruch. Baruch punches, has an augmented, auxiliary, exalted, weapon. You can kill everyone in the game with him. Obviously, an S tier Warframe. So we're keeping Baruch in S tier, okay? We're keeping Baruch in S tier. Next up is Caliban. Caliban's recently been reworked. Spawns dudes, has an armor shred, has an invincible shield gate ability. You just have to tap once. He's the whole package. So obviously, he would go in S tier. Next up is Chroma. Chroma's a great frame because you use his abilities and then you kill enemies, okay? I know, foreign concept. You can buff yourself for damage or tankiness, and you can get more credits? Oh, that's insane! Game breaking. Chroma belongs in S tier. Next up is Ember, okay? Oh, Ember? Ember? Citrine? Not quite. Okay, whatever. Next up is Citrine. Citrine is invincible. She has damage reduction. She can use all Archon mods effectively. She freezes and huge damage increases once you get augment mods. Clearly, Citrine, okay? Where are you at? You go up on the tier list as an S tier. Next up is Daggeth. She has pseudo invulnerability, huge damage boost, okay? She even has an armor shred, doubles minimum the amount of damage enemies take on her like other doomed and scythe abilities, whatever they called. I can't quite remember the exact names. Obviously, she's an S tier. Like, she just takes care of the entire star chart. Zero issues whatsoever. A god amongst frames, okay? Next up is Dante. Do we even need to talk about this? Dante has an exalted weapon. Dante one-shots everything. He has overguard. He doesn't need anything else. He has the entire kit of the game rolled into one. So obviously, Dante is S tier, okay? Next up is Ember. AoE fire, armor shred, damage reduction. So you pour on shield gating with brief respite. That means she's an S tier, yep. Every one of the frames will have that one shot or like insane map wide or just enemy killing ability. We have Helminth, we have Archon shards, we have mods, we have augment mods. Oh my god. So, such a good Warframe, okay? Equinox, you have day mode and you have night mode. You have two Warframes right here. And obviously, that makes her an S tier Warframe because she's two Warframes packed into one. You're either an invincible god or or you're an absolute killin' powerhouse, right? It's one or the other, okay? So clearly Equinox is S tier, okay? Next up is Excalibur Umbra. The one and only Excalibur Umbra. And guess what? He is a swordsman. He can blind people, which means you'll never get hit, right? And he has an exalted sword. So obviously he's S tier, like without a doubt. We also have a Frost Prime right here. Has a shield, freezes enemies, has some AoE, and you know what? The best part about Frost Prime, you get some augments on him and he's invincible. Oh my god. So obviously, if you build him right, he's S tier as a Warframe. And it's just irrefutable, okay? Gara Prime, you can build her to do that fourth ability AoE map nuke. You know, maybe not AoE map nuke, but AoE nuke. That's just S tier right there. You have defenses as well, like, oh, Gara's never gonna die, and she kills everyone, right? That's insane. Next up, we have Garuda. You have bloodletting, right? You have blood altars, you have defensive, and then you just AoE slash and bleed people, which means, obviously, she's an S tier Warframe, because you can build her to kill enemies and not die. I know. Gauss? Oh my, but Gauss is just a special case. He has speed like Volt, he has shooting damage, he has everything, okay? Well, not really. I'm saying attack speed, fourth ability, gives you shooting damage. Yeah, I'm just going crazy on that. Just huge self buffs, right? You have some elemental frost and elemental heat, make some blast stuff like, oh, that's amazing, right? Your boy Gauss, he goes S tier. Next up, we have Grendel. Grendel goes into a ball, eats enemies, spits them out, more armor. Okay, he's a tank, but he can also armor shred. With the mobility alone, Grendel is an S tier Warframe, okay? He is the fastest frame in the game. We have Gyre, that's all we need. Gyre can crit with abilities. That right there is worthy of S tier, okay? AoE nuking and critting abilities, that's an S tier right there. Harrow, oh my god, who doesn't love Harrow? Huge headshot increase, energy regen, and you're just gonna power through enemies. As long as you can hit heads, you're a god. And that means, that's right, S tier, you're one-shotting everything with headshots, right? Whew. Next up, we have Hildren. You fly around, you constantly steal shields from enemies, you blow them up with your weapons, and you just kill them. So I think it's an irrefutable fact that Hildren Prime, Hildren, was just made to be an S tier Warframe, okay? Like without a doubt, without a doubt. Next we have Hydroid Prime. So Hydroid is another goofy water frame, right? Puddle's gone. So obviously because they took away the ability on Hydroid that makes him a puddle, he is a D tier Warframe. Now that you can't become a puddle, what's the point of playing Hydroid? Why would I want to be water if I couldn't be a puddle? So yeah, D tier, like useless Warframe. I can't be a puddle anymore, like stupid. In Naros, oh my god, health tank, spawns Kavots, even more armor. I mean, you can never kill him. He just invincible health tank. You just never die. Like, that's insane, dude. Oh my god. Next up is Ivara Prime. Oh my god, slowest Warframe in the game, made for like stealthing and more casual play. Kills things pretty slowly in the general meta of Warframe. That makes her an S tier because you can do conservation and spies really easily with her. Exactly. Next up is Jade. New Warframe, has armor shred, damage increase, floats around, slows enemies. With all of that, you'll never die. Oh my. So that obviously makes Jade an S tier Warframe right now in the current meta of Warframe. Next up is Korra. She gives you loot. She has AoE. You can like exalted whip claw kind of to have a pseudo exalted weapon. You get, oh my god, she even has a pet. Wait, yeah, she has her loyal Kavant pet. I always get her mixed up with like one of the other frames. So I mean, purely with the fact that she has a Kavant pet, that puts her in S tier, right? You have a free companion, man. What? And you have more loot with Strangledom? Oh, insane. Okay, next up is Kome. Kome has a new frame. She is a gambling Warframe, and you know what we love? That's right, we love degenerate gambling. So Kome belongs purely in S tier, because if you don't play her, you might never know what the joys of gambling and losing all of your money is like. So obviously Kome is S tier, like without a doubt. Next up is Kurlevo. So Kurlevo is S tier because he is the most emo Warframe. He just cuts himself 24/7 and bleeds, right? You just stab yourself and then you gain more defenses. That's insane. Obviously, when you have a self-hurting frame like that, him and Garuda. Oh wait, that's not Kurlevo. S tier, like without a doubt, S tier. Next up we have Lavos. Oh my god, Lavos has damage abilities and has every element. What? Every element in the game of Warframe? Oh my god, that means we can kill things with every element. That's obviously an S tier, right? Because he can kill everything in the game and use different elements, something that no other Warframe has ever done before. Insane. Limbo Prime. Limbo is, oh god, he has two realms of reality. You have enemy reality and you have reality. So purely because he's a transdimensional being, okay? Limbo deserves S tier. You will never kill Limbo if Limbo doesn't want you to kill him, and Limbo will kill you if Limbo wants to kill you. Also, you control the shit out of your teammates, and that makes him S tier as well. So Checkmate, atheists or theists. Nailed it. Next, we have Loki. So Loki goes invisible. That's right. And that means he's S tier because you can never kill him. That's all you need to know. Mag Prime controls gravity, increases damage, has defensive. You can push and pull or stuff enemies. Oh my god, that's amazing. The pure ability to control gravity makes her an S tier Warframe. Okay, next up, we have, that's right, Mesa Prime. She is a gunslinger extraordinaire. I'm fixing that. And you know what? She can 100% hit every enemy and kill them instantly. So Mesa Prime is S tier. Okay, without a doubt. Gunslinger Cowboy Mesa is S tier. Next up though, it's just so buggy with that core animation. We have, all right, Mesa S tier. We have Mirage, okay? Mirage clones herself. You do a ton of damage. You blind people with the sweet power of multiple Mirages. So obviously that's S tier because she makes everything better. Like without a doubt. Next up, we have Necros. Necros Prime. The obvious question is Necros amazing? And you know what the answer is? Yes, because you can get more loot from the corpses of enemies. And that alone puts him as S tier because more loot is Warframe. Okay? Next is Nija. You are based off a god, and that alone is S tier right there. Okay? Insane Warframe. Nidus Prime. Okay, infested, sorry, I should say Warframe, invincible Warframe, CC and damage Warframe, good guy, S tier frame. Nova, though, on the other hand, controls both speed and slowing enemies down, has a damage reduction ability, and has huge damage abilities for the enemies, so that obviously puts her in S tier, right? Nyx is a Warframe that nobody plays, but if you play her, enemies will never hit you because they're all constantly confused because you have like little clones, or not clones, but little shades around, or little fake Nyxes around. So obviously, she's invincible because she'll never get hit, so that makes her S tier, right? Because she just has all the fake Nyxes everywhere. And she has an armor shred and more. Oberon. Oberon's a fairy frame, heals, has armor and CC. That alone puts him in S tier, isn't it? Like, without a doubt. Next is Octavia, okay? Octavia is invisible, has AoE, and kills every enemy, and you barely even have to do anything outside of a spam crouch. That means she's S tier. Protea is a Warframe that has turrets, forever shield gating shields, and has a dispensary to heal yourself, and controls time, so she can go back in time. And that makes her S tier. Like, she controls time. What? Corvex is a tank frame, ton of armor, but also a ton of AoE nuke damage with his pillars and his fourth ability and other stuff. Therefore, he is an S tier. You will never kill him, and he will always kill you. Revenant's invincible. Okay? Need I say more? If you die on Revenant, it's just because you forgot to use an ability. And you know what? That's usually how Warframe works. So S tier. Rhino, along with Revenant, is S tier because they're both invincible. You just have to remember to hit your ability. And Rhino can also buff damage of you and your teammates. And that makes him S tier because buffs are good. Saren, the next Warframe, without a doubt, strong, good poison, toxin, corrosive type AoE and damage. So she is the toxic AoE murder frame, S tier. Like, without a doubt, best frame ever, okay? Irrefutable fact. Next up is Sevagoth. Sevagoth AoE slows and heals people, and you have both Sevagoth and his shadow. The fact that you have a second character, you have two ability sets, puts him S tier. How many other frames have two full ability sets? Almost none, Equinox. Almost none. And that puts him S tier. Steinak has CC. You flight in the air like screaming rubber duckies, okay? You armor shred people. Need I say more? Isn't that all of Warframe? Killing people because of those? That's right, S tier. Titania Prime, she is a fairy. She flies. She is super fast. And you know what? If you never get hit, you'll never die. And she has really cool exalted guns that hit all the enemies. Therefore, she is S tier. Next up is Trinity Prime. EV Trinity, never run out of health and never run out of energy. Boom, that's Warframe, S tier right there. Now we have Valkyr Prime, Valkyr. Valkyr is a melee-based Warframe that is invincible as long as you are using your ability. And guess what? You're always using your ability. So she is S tier. You'll never kill her. She'll always kill you. And that's all that matters. Vauban is a special Warframe, okay? He has so many abilities and so much utility, but what you really want to use this bad boy for is just AoE CC and killing. That's right. CC them and instantly murder them. And if you CC and kill everyone, that's right. That is an S tier Warframe. Next is Volt Prime, fastest frame in the game. So many type of different like defensive and or nuke builds and speed builds. Like, let's just put that in S. We all know he's an S tier, right? Varuna, you'll never die as Varuna. You'll just jump around, killing enemies and doing AoE. So she is obviously an S tier. Has zero issues playing just the entire game. She has a great, fully functional kit that works well together. Now, next is Wisp Prime. People cannot stop jerking off to Wisp Prime. There's so much R34 made about her. So that alone puts her as an S tier Warframe. Her abilities are cool as well, but obviously the amount of smut of Wisp online is why she is S tier. Wukong, he is the Monkey King, okay? S tier. Okay, there we go. He is Monkey King. Zaku, that's right, everybody. Since Zaku is technically 3 Warframes into 1, he gets 3, or they get 3 technical S tiers. So that's right. You have damage, void damage, ability guns, turret defenses. Boom. Like, that's game breaking. You have Ureli. Oh, she has K-Drive. Everyone's favorite ability is K-Drive, so obviously she gets S instantly. 90% damage reduction while on K-Drive? CC and slash? Oh my god. Obviously the best frame. And last, but certainly not least, is Zephyr Prime. Zephyr flies in the air, and Zephyr does damage, CC, and kills everyone with almost 0 effort. So obviously, Zephyr belongs in S tier. Everyone, this looks like the Warframe tier list, according to all of the comments I've received on the previous tier list, stating that every Warframe is S tier. So I have listened to the comments, and I have made everyone's perfect tier list outside of Hydroid. He gets D tier because he is a puddle. So, like, legitimately in the last tier list, every Warframe, one way or another, someone said was S tier. So this is chat's tier list according to YouTube and Twitch chat via the last tier list. So let me know what you think. Obviously we're here just for shit posts. Warframe's such an easy, chill game that once you introduce the helmet, you can just do whatever you want with like any Warframe. Add on a one-shot nuke helmet ability, add on a damn near invincible helmet ability, add on a buff helmet ability. You got everything. But hey, hopefully everyone enjoyed these shit posts, and if you didn't, let me know.